All right. So remember the good old days when Trump was a threat to democracy?
Donald Trump presents a challenge and a threat fundamentally to the republic.
Donald Trump is an existential threat to our democracy.
Don't give them the power. Look, are they a threat to democracy? Yes.
Donald Trump presents an existential threat to democracy.
Biggest lie, biggest threat to our democracy in American history.
A person who is a threat to our democracy.
We are fighting for a democracy.
He is a genuine threat to our democracy, and that's not hyperbole.
These people who trust Trump aren't starry-eyed fans. Take this panel of CNN voters who supported Biden in 2020, who, much to CNN's chagrin, love what Trump's doing.
Our friends at Engages talked to some Arizona voters who switched from voting for Joe Biden in 2020 to Trump in 2024, and so far, they mostly like what they see.
I just think he's trying to get America back on track as quickly as possible.
It feels more merit and transparency that I'm getting from the administration so far.
I approve of a lot of the stuff that he's doing with the border and everything.
For the most part, I feel like he's on the right track.
All 11 Biden-Trump voters say they approve of Donald Trump's first weeks in office.
The shock over at CNN continues. Listen to the anchor's reaction when Frank Luntz tells her that former Hillary supporters like what Trump is doing.
You've been speaking with a number of voters who were Hillary Clinton 2016, Joe Biden 2020, and then went for Trump in 2024. How are these folks seeing the early days of Trump's second term?
Pretty well.
Really?
And they're reacting to it because they love the pace of change. They were very fed up over the last 4 years. They wanted action. They wanted results. They looked at prices. They looked at affordability, looked at immigration, and they didn't see anything happening. They still don't like what he says, but they like what he does.
Trump's sound is blunt, raw, to some scary, but his deeds are primarily in the service of the country. If you don't like his words, just follow his deeds, because those are music to my ears. So what if he tweets and there's always this kind of underlying chaos and conflict? If somebody is right on the big picture, it doesn't matter. And if you have problems with Trump's character or his jokes or the way he acts, concentrate on what he does. My face is like that little rubber stress ball. But it's like I'm Nostradamus with six-pack abs. And that YouGov poll backs it up. Despite some people not liking Trump, they trust him to do what's right, which is fine because he's your president, not somebody you're trying to on Tinder. I apologize. Because it's all about deeds, not words. Trump recognized it, too.
I think Tucker Carlson and Laura and Jesse Waters and Janine, we have a lot of great people. Even Greg Gutfeld, he wasn't good to me 2 years ago. Now he sees all I've done. He said, would you rather have a great president or a nice guy? I don't know. I think I'm a nice guy.
Just reminds me of Joe Pesci when he does that. But that's another thing I like about him. He has great taste in pundits. So as the Democrats steered their party off a cliff, they're still screaming fascist all the way down. Meanwhile, most voters shrug it off, for they're able to separate whatever personal feelings about Trump from their recognition of the things he's getting done. Sure, maybe you think he's a jerk, but a lot of people feel that way about your husband, and yet you're still happy to spend the money he makes on that stupid like candles and decorative bowls. Oh, don't put your keys in the bowl. It's for decoration. And maybe you even think that about me, that I'm a jerk. I suppose anything's possible. But that's your right as an American, unless you're an illegal, in which case, clean my pool and then get out of here before Tom Homan shows up. But now that Trump is actually following up on his campaign promises, a lot of people are deciding they don't care about his personal flaws. They're willing to accept the whole package because he's undoing much of the damage the Dems have caused. He's like a bull in a china shop, except in reverse. He's putting the pieces back together, and unlike Kamala and the Democrats, he's not sniffing the glue. Look, you don't need to worship Trump to support him. You don't even need to like him to like what he does, because that doesn't make you a Republican. It just makes you an adult.